guys, it's Sarah, and today I have my Jesus sweatshirt on. Go Jesus, it's your birthday. And we are going to be opening some more books from my friends. So every year we do a Christmas book exchange between myself, Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library, Krista from Books and Jams, and then this year we're being joined by Amanda from The Curly Reader, and she's officially obsessed. So excited. And we do a Christmas book exchange every year. We spend all year collecting books for the other 3 people, and we wrap them up, we number them, we write down a little something about why we got these books for them, and then we open them on camera for you guys. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun. And it's one big book recommendation for everybody, because if we have the same reading tastes, these are books that are not only recommended to me by my friends, but they can be recommendations for you as well. So we hope that it is giving you guys some ideas and maybe some good gift ideas as well. If you want to buy a book for somebody, they can also be great gift ideas for you guys too. Okay, so today I'm opening 2 presents from each girl, so 6 presents today, and we're going to get going. If you haven't seen the first 2 installments for this year, look back on my playlist. I'll leave the playlist link down below. They are there. So go ahead and check those out, and you'll see all the presents up until now. But okay, here we go. I'm so excited. Okay, we're going to start with Amanda this week. So we have book number 5 from Amanda is A Challenging Book by a Loved Author. That sounds interesting. So we write the things on these tags, and then we like to keep them and use them as bookmarks and keep them in the books so that we always remember where we got them and that they are Christmas books. A Challenging Book by a Beloved Author. Ooh, yes. Okay, Challenger Deep. This is by Neal Shusterman. I love Neal Shusterman. His Arc of the Scythe series I love it. And I want to read so much more from him. Like, I've been kind of collecting his books. And this is one I didn't have. This actually won the National Book Award. That's cool. Okay, so I hadn't heard a whole lot about this book, but I think I kind of understand what's happening here. So we're following a young boy named Caden. He's in high school. He's brilliant, but he has odd behavior, and a lot of his classmates are starting to notice. So it says, Caden Bosch is designated the ship's artist in residence to document the journey with images. This is a ship that is headed for the deepest point on Earth, which is called Challenger Deep. And so Caden is designated the ship's artist. Caden pretends to join the school track team, but spends his days walking for miles, absorbed by the thoughts in his head. Caden Bosch is split between his allegiance to the captain and the allure of mutiny. Caden Bosch is torn. I've heard some things about this book, and dealing with, I don't know if it's autism or not, but that's kind of maybe where it could be heading. So I'm really interested to see what Neal Shusterman does with a book like this, and dealing with the thoughts in Caden's head and how he handles all that stuff. So thank you. I'm excited. Okay, so book number 6 from Amanda is Had to Include One of My Favorite Middle Grades. Ooh, yes. Okay, Amanda is a big middle grade reader. So for her to recommend one of her favorite middle grades, I'm all in. This could literally be anything. I have no idea. I'm so happy. I checked this book out from the library when we were living in Rhode Island, and I wasn't able to get to it because that's how my library reading goes. This is sweet. The story of a girl and her monster. I have heard the most amazing things about this book. This is by Jonathan Auxier. Oh man. Okay. Guys, this sounds so beautiful. Okay. So this follows a young orphan. Her name is Nan, and she ends up having no choice but to work for a chimney sweep. She spends her days sweeping out chimneys. It's a dangerous job, but she makes it work, and she does what she needs to do. One day, Nan gets stuck in a chimney fire and fears the end has come. Instead, she wakes to find herself unharmed in an abandoned attic, and she is not alone. Huddled in the corner is a mysterious creature, a golem, made from soot and ash. Sweep is the story of a girl and her monster. Together, these two outcasts carve out a new life, saving each other in the process. Lyrically told by one of today's most powerful storytellers, Sweep is a heart-rending adventure about the everlasting gifts of love, friendship, and wonder. I have seriously heard the most amazing things about this book, and I'm so happy that I now actually own it. And actually, Jonathan Auxier wrote The Night Gardener, which is a book that my daughter Layla's fourth grade teacher read to the class, and she loved it. So she might actually want to read this one too when I'm done with it, but I'm going to read it first. So she's going to have to wait in line. Okay, so let's go on to Lindsay's books. So book number 5 from Lindsay. The happy ending fluffy books are done. Let's get creepy. Don't read this one at night. Oh, no more happy endings. All right, we're done with that. So let's get into the creepy creep. I like it. Don't read this one at night. Okay, let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, I have heard of this author. I haven't read anything by him yet, but I have another one. Actually, Amanda sent it to me over the summer. So this is by Chris, I think it's Chris Bajalian. I'm going to have to look up how to say his last name. This is The Night Strangers. Oh, I like that cover too. Look at that. Oh man, you guys. Okay, so this follows Chip and Emily Linton. They are moving into a northern New Hampshire old Victorian house. They're needing to start over. Chip is a former airline pilot, but he had to resign because after a double engine failure, he had to land a jet into Lake Champlain, and the body count was 39 people were killed in that incident. And so he is really struggling with that guilt and just completely moved his family to a new place so they could kind of escape all that. And they discover in the corner of the basement of this house that they just purchased and are living in, there has been a door that has been sealed shut with 6-inch long carriage bolts, like huge. So this door should not be opened by any means, basically, is what the message is. And guess how many bolts are in there? 39. That's not a coincidence. It says, sometimes the past will find you. Ooh, this sounds so good. And I do want to read him, definitely. He's definitely an author that's on my radar. I want to read this author. Thank you, Lindsay. Okay, so number 6 from Lindsay. Darkly twisted psychological thriller about a woman who loses her best friend's only child. Okay, this is Her One Mistake. This is by Heidi Perks. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this book follows Charlotte. Charlotte is in charge of watching the children. She has 3 of her own. She's also watching her best friend's child. And absolutely, she takes her eyes off them for 1 minute at the park, and all of a sudden her best friend's child is missing. They can't find the child. They have no idea where they went. And obviously, she has to now tell her best friend that while in her care, her child has gone missing. And her best friend's name is Harriet, and she can no longer bring herself to speak to Charlotte, and much less trust her. So she is not only trying to keep her marriage afloat, but she is like not being able to trust anybody around her at all. So obviously that's, yeah, you think. Not only is her marriage falling apart, her child is now missing. So, that sounds terrifying, but psychological thriller. So I wonder what's really going on. Okay, so next from Krista, number 5 from Krista, another premise that just sounded like your kind of book. Yay. Ooh, I have not heard of this. The Lock Artist by Steve Hamilton. Ooh, what is that? What is this? Let's see. Okay, so this follows a young man. His name is Mike, and he was traumatized at the age of 8. So something traumatic happened in his life. He is now 18, and he is not uttered a single word in 10 years. So whatever traumatized him forced him into silence completely. But in those 10 years, he discovered that he can do one thing really good, better than anybody else, and that is he can open locks. He can open a door without a key. He can open a padlock with no combination, or even an 800-pound safe. He can open it. So that's a talent. It will make him a hot commodity with all the wrong people, and whether he likes it or not, push him ever closer to a life of crime until he finally sees his chance to escape, and with one desperate gamble, risks everything to come back home to the only person he ever loved and to unlock the secret that has kept him silent for so long. Oh, I already love Mike. So we need to see what's going to happen with Mike. I love this though, and I love this cover, that huge lock there. That's really awesome. Thank you, Krista. Okay, number 6 from Krista says, the sequel to a book you've read. Oh, I love sequels. What could this be? Ooh, yes, I have. Okay, this is When We Left Cuba by Chanel Clayton. Oh my gosh, I picked this up in the store recently, and then I put it back. I'm like, Sarah, you're not going to get to it anytime soon. Like, that's ever stopped me. I was like, no, just wait. I'm glad I waited. So the first book of this one was Next Year in Havana, and I really did enjoy it. So this one follows Beatrice, who was thrust into the Fidel Castro's inner circle because she was recruited by the CIA. And it's like in the middle of all this turmoil that was happening in Cuba at the time. So this is based on some real life events that actually really happened. And it says, as the Cold War swells like a hurricane over the shores of the Florida Strait, Beatrice is caught between the clash of Cuban-American politics and the perils of a forbidden affair with a powerful man driven by ambitions of his own. That sounds juicy, and I am here for it. Okay, guys, so these are the next 6. So we have Challenger Deep by Neil Schusterman, Sweep by Jonathan Auxier, The Night Strangers by Chris Bajalian, Her One Mistake by Heidi Perks, When We Left Cuba by Chanel Clayton, and The Luck Artist by Steve Hamilton. These are fantastic picks, and every single one of these sounds so good. So good, and I love that I haven't heard of a couple of them. I love that, so yay. All right, tell me your thoughts. What do I need to read? Sooner rather than later. Your girl's going to try. And please make sure you go and check out the other ladies. I will have their channels linked down below and see what they're opening today, including my books. I'm so nervous about it. So I can't wait to watch them. These are my favorite videos. Seriously, they're so much fun. Okay, we will be back next week with the last round. So excited. And we will see you then. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.